Hello Aries, welcome to this reading. We're going to be taking a look at the energies and predictions for the sign of Aries for the next 3 months. Now do keep in mind this is a general reading, so you can take the messages as they resonate and drop the ones that do not. Also feel free to check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. All right, so this will be your Q3 updates for the year. The time frame on this reading will span from July, August, and September. All right, so we'll take a look at what's going on for the next 3 months here for you, Aries. Many people in the world here are in summertime. But yeah, let's go ahead and get all the cards out here, get everything set up and in view, and we'll go ahead and get right into it for you. I feel like this is a great period of time, starting now from when this video is released, to sort of like realize that we're at the halfway mark here. Well, we're a bit past the halfway mark here on the year. And, I think it's a great time to ask yourself, what do you want, how do you want the rest of the year to look for you, Aries, And maybe we can help answer that question here based on what I'm getting in the cards, okay? So, all right. Energy on the bottom, you have the Fool. Amazing. Some of you here feel like you really want to start something new. You kind of like, maybe this year so far, it's sort of been like a continuation of the previous year. Maybe it's been like sort of same old, same old. The Fool comes in and kind of blows that all open, okay? Because the Fool is a very powerful card that can indicate a strong new beginning in one's life when you get this energy, right? And this basically starts off the Fool's journey. And the thing about the Fool, there's also a message here. The Fool's journey through the major arcana. It starts off the whole tarot, basically. And there's another message with the Fool, which is sometimes in life we just kind of have to work with the universe, The Fool doesn't exactly know where they're going yet, but they know they're going somewhere. And so in life, sometimes we just have to take that first step, take that leap of faith, and see what might be out there, And so I think some of you here have a leap of faith type of energy here for the next 3 months that you may be kind of operating under. You've got two really, really strong cards with the Sun and the Fool. You also have the Ten of Cups. The Sun and the Ten of Cups are considered to be usually the happiest cards in the tarot. And then throw in the Nine of Cups as well. You have an insane level of happiness here for yourself, Aries, that could be coming in for you if this is your reading over the next 3 months. So I really like to see this for you. Let's go ahead and let's just dive right in. So you do have the Five of Swords in the middle. So the Five of Swords, it is a defeat or having to part with something. It may indicate that you have to part with something, which I actually think is the better way of looking at it in a reading like this, because of the overwhelming positive sort of like messages that you have. I think that some of you have to quite literally just kind of this idea of giving something up and getting something else. Like you have to part with something that you're doing, right? It could be anything. Like sometimes in life I feel like we need to be a little bit uncomfortable, not totally uncomfortable where it's like, affecting our life, but it's okay to be a little uncomfortable sometimes. And I would say there's something that I'm feeling here. This idea of getting out of your comfort zone, I think, is going to be big. Like some of you may be a little bit too comfortable in a particular thing or in a specific thing. So I'll just give you like a really good example is, for example, like you work a 9 to 5 and every night, you cook dinner, whatever, you get dinner, maybe you order Uber Eats, whatever it is. And the rest of the night is just Netflix or it's video games or it's whatever, right? And so this is like a comforting thing, which is fine, but it's also sort of like an activity where you're also numbing. And what I feel is that some of you, there may be just one thing that you have to part with, okay? And it doesn't mean you can't have Netflix or video games or whatever your thing of choice is. TikTok, right? YouTube, whatever. I know personally I spend a ton of time on YouTube. Whatever, it doesn't mean you have to completely give that up. But is this thing that you're super, super comfortable about, is it numbing? the reality of wanting to start a new beginning? You know, is it taking you away? Is it pulling you away, Aries, from getting this new beginning? I think some of you are maybe parting with something harmless, right? It's something harmless that you're maybe letting go of. Hopefully that makes sense. In this first column, you have the Knight of Swords, the Two of Swords, and the Four of Cups. Okay, so I see here probably at the beginning, somewhere around July here, some of you have a difficult choice to make, okay? And here's where I get this idea of why I'm not just saying it's like an activity or a process where you're really comfortable in, but it's also maybe numbing, is because of this Four of Cups. Do you understand what I mean when I say numbing? What I mean by that is there's something else you want to be achieving. And instead of achieving that thing, you're numbing yourself with whatever it is, TikTok, YouTube, Netflix, video games, whatever. You know, there are so many things. Maybe it's something else for you. Maybe it's something else for you. Going to the bar, like, you know, maybe you have a local watering hole and you like to go there after work every day. Whatever it is, you know, like something like this. You know what I mean? And this Four of Cups is sort of numbing themselves. They have an opportunity here. Look, they have an opportunity, but they're not taking it, right? They're not taking it. And I think that some of you here have a difficult choice to make around this month, like July-ish, with the Two of Swords. Two of Swords represents a difficult choice and kind of being caught in between things. Two of Swords can also talk about your voice. Okay, you're trying to express your voice in some way. And I would say that in this first portion of the next 3 months, you will be taking quick action towards something here with the Knight of Swords. Okay, Knight of Swords is an energy of decisiveness and striking while the iron is hot. So if you see an opportunity to do something a little bit different to get you out of your comfort zone a little bit here with the Fool on the bottom and this Four of Cups, I would say this is a green light to go for it. In the middle here, you do have the Lovers, the Five of Swords, and the Ten of Cups. Okay, so choices, decisions, options. These are all really good things for you. Okay, really, really good things for you. The Lovers represents an important choice. So you have maybe like a difficult choice showing up here. You then have an important choice here with the Lovers card. Okay, and this, I want to point something out here. I want to point your attention towards something, and that is, as you see here on the Two of Swords, this person's caught between two swords, right? And then with the Lovers, you see the columns. I don't know if you can see the columns. That actually represents Gemini. The Lovers is the card of Gemini, but you see two people, two dolphins. The idea is the Lovers can be an important choice between between two things, right? Needing to decide on one or the other, A or B. So some of you may have like a very like it all comes down to either choice A or choice B type of situation here, right? This can expand into a lot of different things. I've been sort of harping on, or I don't know, harping is the right word, but honing in on the idea that some of you have something that you want to remove in pursuit of another goal, but this could be a lot of different things. Like you do have a real estate card here with the Ten of Cups, Aries. You see the house in the background. This is why I like to associate with real estate. And also home ownership is something that makes people very happy usually, right? Or buying your first home is like an incredibly fulfilling experience, right? Like a rewarding experience. And the Ten of Cups is all about being happy, you know, being overjoyed. But for some of you, you may have like a choice between, okay, do I stay or do I sell? Do I stay in this home or do I sell it and move somewhere else, A or B, you know? Or maybe you have a choice between home A and home B, right? Like some of you are maybe thinking about this as well here, and throughout all of this over the next 3 months, the reality is that either something has to be removed here, right? You have to part with something. You have to part with choice A to get choice B, or you have to part with choice B to get choice A, okay? And remember, this is a general reading, so sometimes life is not always A or B, but in this type of reading, it feels like, you know, it's one or the other. there's some type of storyline like that that's showing up for you here, Aries. Let me know if this is resonating. Um, Ten of Cups, it can also indicate family situations, right? And some important choice that needs to be had here. Maybe you want to pursue your own family, like if you do not have children yet, and it means that you have to give some things up, to start this family. Maybe this is the case. Or maybe you're a grandparent and now you have some duties. Maybe one of your children brought a grandchild into the world, and now you have some duties that maybe. And you're freeing up time to spend time with your new family member. Something like this, right? Some timeline like this could be going on for you where the key here with the 5 swords in the middle is you're parting with something, okay? And this is all around some new energy coming into your life. This is incredibly positive, okay? I need to be very clear here, Aries. This is a good problem to have, okay? You have a reading where this is a good problem to have, okay? In the final column, you have the Sun, the 9 of Cups, and the 2 of Wands. Okay, so I kind of just, for reference here, so some of you know, I usually when I do these next 3 months, it's like July, in this case, August, September. But these are just kind of loose guidelines when I use this spread for the next 3 months. And I would say like maybe towards the end of this 3-month stretch, this is all going to come together, okay? Keep the timing is what it is, right? This could happen tomorrow for you. But you have something absolutely incredible here to close out this period of time, or to close out this spread, depending on how you want to look at it. Okay, you really do. The Sun is overwhelming positivity, especially when it's with the 9 of Cups, the 10 of Cups. The Sun is also the exposure of truth. So there's something that you're also seeing here. If something around this choice or needing to part with something was kind of like you were in the dark about it, or it just wasn't obvious, the Sun will expose that. Okay, the Sun says that something around that situation will come to light. Something around that situation will be exposed, and it's all about vitality. It's a very, very positive energy, and I think that you will end up making the right choice. 9 of Cups is wish fulfillment as well. Another incredibly positive card. At some point in this next 3-month stretch, you will feel like you are in a period of being in the now. You're not in the future, you're not in the past, but you're here, you're now, you're present. And that is a very good feeling if you've ever had that feeling before. And then once again, here we are, right? 2 of Swords, the Lovers, I broke that down for you. 2 of Wands, this person has a choice between path A or path B, right? Here it is again. So this theme is very strong in this reading, but the 2 of Wands also indicates great potential in the tarot through one of those paths, right? So why don't we go ahead and let's move into the clarifications portion of this reading here, Aries, and we'll see what's coming forward for you, all right? I'll start off by pulling some oracle cards here, and then we'll move into the next section, all right? All right. Okay. I think that's good enough to me. I think that's good enough. All right, amazing. You have Kali Ma. Facing fear. Major spiritual changes are unfolding. This is your chance to soar. It is very challenging to break out of your comfort zone. Okay, it is a very challenging thing to do. It's not easy to break out of your comfort zone, but here we are, right? Here we are. So you then have Saint Germain, karma releasing. Move beyond drama, create your own path, make room for good energy. You then have Mercury, open communication, get a weight off your chest, speak up with love, and be heard. So this is connected to the 2 of Swords. If the 2 of Swords is not about a difficult choice, the Mercury card, it says, try to say what you have to say and say it honestly, You then have White Eagle, ancestor spirit, connect to your lineage, a family wound or pattern can be healed now, as well as Mahavatar Babaji. Soul expansion, your consciousness is expanding, you understand the connections between all things. Okay, the combination of those cards is very interesting where, sometimes in life we bring old family patterns with us that we had early in life through with us as an adult, right? So like maybe someone said something to you when you were a kid, and you're now bringing that with you as an adult, and you're maybe now understanding the connection between the choices you're making and the early experiences that you had here, the family patterns. And so maybe some of you are looking at that. You then have Kuan Yin, care and compassion. Choose to be loved, do what is right for everyone involved, offer a helping hand. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and let's move into the tarot clarifications here and see what we have going on for you here, Aries. All right, now I do appreciate you being here, Aries. Thank you so much for spending your time with me, and I do hope things are going well for you. All right. So we have, all right, you have the Ace of Cups, the Moon, and the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, so the Moon is the card that comes before the Sun, right? 1819. The Moon represents something that you are in the dark around, or something that is mysterious, or something that you simply don't have the answer to. The Sun exposes that darkness and shows you the answer that you previously did not know. So I think at the first part of this 3-month stretch, let's say July-ish, whatever, right, somewhere around there, you're simply not going to understand the choice. Like, you're not going to, for whatever reason, be able to see the clear choice that needs to be made, okay, with the Moon. But by the end of this period of time, with the influence of the Sun, you will absolutely know what choice you have to be going down, or what choice you have to make, okay, what path you need to be going down or walking down. You will make the right choice here. You do have the Eight of Pentacles, and here's one that I failed to mention. You can also you can also numb yourself through work. Okay, some of you maybe are workaholics, right? This idea of being a workaholic. And I totally missed that at the beginning, so hopefully you're still here and you're still watching. The Eight of Pentacles is a card of hard work. You can see this person's working away into the night, and they're wrapping up their latest project. And so some of you maybe need a break, but there could be something here with this Four of Cups where maybe you need a shift in your career direction. You know, that's totally possible. That's absolutely possible with these cards, and this is why we clarify, right? And the Eight of Pentacles says that you are extremely talented in whatever it is that you do. You then have the Ace of Cups here, taking decisive action on something. Ace of Cups obviously can be about a romantic situation with the Ace of Cups and the Lovers. Let's see if we can get another card here. Wow. Okay, so there it is. We have the Three of Swords, the Five of Swords clarifying itself. Wow. And the Nine of Wands. Okay, so we have a double confirmation here that you are absolutely parting with something. This may be a relationship for some of you, you know. There may be a quick decision that's made here in a relationship timeline for you over this next 3 months. This may see you separating from someone or someone separating from you. The reality is that maybe some of you are a little bit bored in the situation that you find yourself in your relationship. Okay? As the Four of Cups indicates boredom. Maybe this person works so much, or you work so much, that you don't have time for them, or they don't have time for you. Some of you want something new in relationships. This is not going to be for everyone, because not everybody comes to me for relationship stuff, but some of you clearly want more in your relationship life, okay, in your love life. The Nine of Wands is all about perseverance and standing firm in your decision. Okay, and going the distance. The worst thing you could do with the Nine of Wands is give up. So I think some of you are on this like sort of pursuit of happiness here, so to speak, with the Ten of Cups. And The cards are saying that you can have that. You know, you deserve that. If you want that, you can build that for yourself, but you have to build it. You know, you have to build it for yourself. And maybe this does mean parting with someone here, you know, in your parting with a relationship, or for some people it'll be like an asset. For some people it'll be a job. For some people it'll be like a habit, you know, Netflix, video games, whatever. In the final column here, you have the Two of Swords. You have the Two of Cups. Notice all of the twos, okay? And the Seven of Cups. All right, so I love this for you, okay? So this is a very interesting card combination here. Moon clarifying the Two of Swords. Two of Swords clarifying the Sun. What did I say, right? As soon as I pulled the Moon, I said the Sun exposes what was ever in the dark, connected to the Moon energy, exposes it and brings it forward into the light. It is the truth. The Sun is the truth, right? So here we are, double confirmation. So if you're concerned about not making the right choice, you will absolutely see the choice that you have to make at some point in the next 3 months. It'll be very clear. It'll be very, very clear. Wow, what an interesting combination here. The chances of that happening are pretty rare. Okay, pretty rare to pull those cards like that. So, yeah. You know, the universe is trying to show us something here between this two combinations of cards. That is incredible, right? You then have the Two of Cups with the Nine of Cups. I think some of you will be really fulfilled, maybe even with a brand new partnership. Okay, at some point in these 3 months, it may not take. If you are separating from someone, you know, in the next month or so, it may not take very long for you to find the next one. I don't know how I personally feel about that, but it doesn't matter how I feel. Like, for example, I'm just the reader, right? So, for example, I think a good piece of advice in relationships is after you end a relationship to spend some time exploring yourself, you know, spending time with yourself, you know, being in a relationship with yourself temporarily until you look for the next one. But some people don't do that. Some people like to go from one person to the next, and that is what it is. Neither choice is wrong. So yeah, I think that there's like a really nice option here for you to find somebody pretty quickly, actually, with the Nine of Cups and the Two of Cups, and it's pretty well aspected for you. You then have the Seven of Cups here as well. You're overwhelmed by this choice, but I feel like the cards keep trying to tell you that you will make the right choice. You will make the right choice. You have a choice between two things here, and you're going to make the right choice. Energy on the bottom, you have the Four of Cups again. Okay, Four of Cups again. Don't let boredom get in the way of all of your goals and everything you want to be doing over these next 3 months. Okay, don't numb yourself with something. Work, Netflix, video games, TikTok, YouTube, whatever it is, right? Whatever it is. Don't numb yourself with that thing and allow it to prevent you from getting this new beginning or doing the thing you want to do. You know, it's summer for many people. Enjoy. You know, enjoy the time. Enjoy the nice weather, depending on where you are. Like, get out there, do the things you want to do. Like, this is the time, right, Aries? Okay, you have house, coffin. Yeah, some of you are selling a house. Message of concern, pathway, family room, and high honor. Yeah. In this whole relationship issue may be connected to differences on building your own family, something like this here. There is a family matter that's showing up. We have this ancestral, connect to your lineage oracle card, this family card here. We have the family room, we have the child, the house. There's something that's coming to a close here, either in the family unit or in the relationship or in the job. Something like this is happening. I think, you know, the pathway card, interestingly enough, is the next 3 to 6 months. This is all like, it feels like positively aligned for you. So Aries, keep going. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll most certainly be talking to you again soon.